for the last hundreds of thousands of years, awareness has been invested in the notion of a person, the notion of a person, the notion that personhood has a central life, has a central reality, a central reality. Awareness has been invested in this notion for hundreds of thousands of years, and it's the reason for the great unhappiness, great anxiety, and great disorder and conflict of the humankind. Awareness has been invested in this notion in human beings, I should say, for the last hundreds of thousands of years. And as such, human beings turn into insane, out of order robots, in a funny sort of sense, just crazy entities which turn their back on the truth because they're trying to manifest a mandate which doesn't exist. So the reason why personhood is not capable of being a central and factual phenomenon is because it's sort of like an actor on a stage holding up a mask, okay? Person actually means mask, right? So that mask that the actor is holding up to his or her face, it's not a living thing. It's just a made-up phenomenon. And the notion that mask, let's say you hold up a mask of a clown, the notion that there is actually a central clown that actually exists as a central intelligence is just not true. Okay, and so it's actually the same for these bodies and minds. The notion that within the bodies and minds there's actually a central, separate intelligence. Each body and mind has a separate intelligence, you could say, but that there's a separate, like that at the that the intelligence that runs through those bodies and minds are somehow separate in a psychological way, i.e. that there's you over there, separate and distinct at an essential level, and me over here. It's sort of like saying, oh, well, my pinky and my thumb are separate. I mean, if you identify a pinky and a thumb, yeah, sure, they're separate phenomenon. But to say that somehow centrally and essentially that they're separate, no one would ever say that. No one would ever say, oh, Mr. Thumb and Mrs. Pinky exist on this hand as separate psychological entities. No, there are expressions of the one intelligence running through this body, and humankind has to make the jump and realize that all these human bodies and minds which are running around are actually expressions like cells in a universal body, and we're expressions of the same intelligence. And sure, we all the bodies and minds have to unfold with their own innate and unique unfoldment, creative dance, just as all the cells in this body have to, they have their own lifespan, and they all have to unfold in their own unique way with their own responsibilities. But that doesn't mean that, taking up the notion of separate personhood is not the way to let that happen, because it's just not true. So these are pointers to invite us to look deeper at what we really are. It's so beautiful here. The clouds are so beautiful. And, you know, I just have a sense that there's nothing that the camera will be able to convey. The billowing clouds. May we see the insanity of the personalized thinking inside our dream, inside our awareness. Maybe we see the personalized thinking, and in seeing it, just leave it alone. Don't buy its stories. Don't believe it. And then in that, realize that we're the awareness that's actually cradling it all. I'm the awareness that cradles the sensations of this body. I'm the awareness that cradles these clouds, the awareness of these clouds and this forest. So